Isaac said to his father, Abraham, he said, my father. He said, here I am, my son. He said, look, the fire, the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Where is the lamb? First time the word lamb is mentioned in the Bible. And then it's, where is the lamb? And Abraham answered him, and here's how it sounded in the original language, Elohim Yireh, the Lord will provide. Lo, to himself, Haseh, the lamb, Leolah, for the burnt offering, Bani, my son. God will provide himself the lamb for the burnt offering, my son. God will provide. They get to the top of the mountain, and it goes on. Then they came to the place that God had told them of. Abraham built the altar there and arranged the wood and bound his son on the wood. He laid him on the altar on top of the wood. Abraham reached out with his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. He said, do not reach out your hand against the boy, and don't do anything to him, for now I know you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. Then Abraham looked up, he raised his eyes, he looked up, and behold, behind him was a ram caught in the thorns by its horns. And Abraham went and took the ram, offered it up as a sacrifice, a burnt offering, in place of his son. This is the very first mention in the entire scripture. And the first question is, where's the lamb? And it's about a father and a son. And it's about the lamb. It's actually, by the way, it's actually the first mention in the Bible of the word love. How did Abraham know that God was going to provide the lamb? And what exactly was he saying or thinking when he said those words? Maybe the Spirit just came on him and he just said it. And he spoke about the lamb. He said, God will provide the lamb. But the next thing that happens is God stops him, and Abraham looks and he finds a ram now, and he offers him in place of Isaac. But a ram is not a lamb. A ram, now a Bible can speak of a lamb, a baby born of a ram, and born of the lambs, born of the goats even. But a ram is not a lamb. It's the young offspring. A lamb is the young offspring. Yet it says God would provide the lamb. So the mystery is what Abraham said. He said it, but it wasn't fulfilled. It was yet to come, what Abraham said. God will provide the lamb. And this is the act that seals the covenant of Abraham and God, the Jewish people, and God. Right here, it focuses on a lamb. And further is what Moses does, because who's writing this? Moses is writing it. And what he writes, the next verse, and Abraham named that place, so this is Moses talking about Abraham, the Lord will provide. As it said, to this day, on the mountain of the Lord, it shall be provided. So Abraham calls the place, he doesn't just say the Lord will provide the life, he calls the place, the Lord will provide. The Bible is underlining it now, that you don't forget that Abraham said that. It's the prophecy of the Lamb. And Abraham simply said the Lord will provide, but provide what? The Lamb on the mountain. Now, how did Abraham know that? Well, we don't know. It could have just been the Spirit. The Lamb was to be provided for Isaac. Well, that's over now. So what's Abraham talking about? He's talking about the future. God is going to provide a lamb, and it's not about just Isaac. Now, you have probably heard the expression, Jehovah Jireh, right? Well, of course, that's not really how you pronounce it. It is more like Yahweh Yireh. Now, where does it come from? It comes from here. It's the name of the mountain that Abraham called it. The Lord will provide. It's not just God will provide, it's God will provide the lamb. All from the same thing, from the answer of Abraham. And so the mountain is called, the Lord will provide what? The lamb. And Moses writes that not just as a nice name, but God's going to do something there. Something's going to happen on what? The mountain of the Lord, he says. So it's got to be something important, because listen, Moses is writing this centuries later and it still hasn't happened. So Moses is saying something big is going to happen there that hasn't happened, that Abraham our father said didn't happen yet. It's not going to happen right now, but it's going to happen. He's talking about something that's got to be so big that God is going to provide there. Now, this is just the first mention of the word lamb. And look at what's there. Hi, I'm Jonathan Cahn. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. I hope you were blessed with the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Feel free to share your reactions with your comments and how you were blessed. And share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.